Welcome to Lost in the Lakes, and today there's going to be an amber snow warning, so we're going to go up Walla Crag and have a camp out and see what it's like. So the forecast is round about 12 o'clock. It's going to start getting a bit blustery and snowy. So I've got the Hilleberg and I've got about three jackets, really over prepared for this one. It's my first sort of big snow, or predicted snow. Well, let's see, find out. Hopefully it comes in. But there's an amber warning. If anyone's watching this not from the UK, it starts off as a yellow warning, and then it goes to an amber, then it goes to red. Red is danger of life and everything, and it's more for, you know, don't drive, stay at home. You know, walking about in deep snow tends to be okay. Picked Walla Crag as it's a, even though the name says it's a crag, tend to sit off the back of it and you don't go up anything too treacherous, and it's quite low, and also you get some really good views off the side there. So hopefully we wake up to a nice white morning. I think it's going to be low cast clouds, so we should be low enough to be below the clouds, and hopefully we can see a bit of snow on the ground. At the moment there's not a jot, nothing at all. It's a bit cold. I think we're at about 0 degrees now. It's going to drop down to about -5 tonight. So again, I've got the Sea to Summit Spark -9, and the number predicts the temperature you should be comfortable in. So again, hopefully we've got that. With me preparing too much, I've also got a small summer bag that I could shove inside or on the outside maybe, just as an added layer. Use it as a liner. Again, that summer bag's the Alp Kit one. Packs down to next to nothing. Camera's already switching to low light. That's one of the benefits why I shoot in 1080p. It's just easier to, it can go in this low light mode, which helps. I haven't even set off really, I haven't got really on the fells, so I think we might be pitching up in the dark. Thankfully I know the pitch where I'm at. I've been there before, so I'm going to go straight there and get the tent up. Right, it's starting to get a bit darker now, but we're actually out on the fell now, coming up to the first crescent. We've got about another 20 minutes to half an hour. We've got about another half an hour before we get to the pitch. So I'm plodding on quite as fast as I can go without getting too sweaty. That's one thing you don't want to do. Even though I've got these breathable jackets and pants on and it's dry, you know, it's the best sort of case scenario for this kit. I don't think anything can hold back perspiration, but anyway, we do the best we can, eh? So yeah, I'm not running, I'm just gonna plod on. Hopefully we get to the top here and get some views. You can kind of see some stuff. All the lights on in Keswick, all the street lights are on, and I think it's the last night that the Christmas lights are on as well, scheduled to go off at the 12th night. The light is dying. Thankfully we've got clear skies above us at the moment, but all around it's white. It's just on Bleaberry Fell there, you can just see a skirting of cloud coming across, over on Skidder and even over to Grisdale Pike there. Best case scenario for us, I've got a bit of light, the sun's just setting, you can just see sort of striations in the clouds there. So I'm envisaging the sun is over in that direction, and that's the sun rays coming across. And we've got a muddy crossing here. Hang on a second. Just taking this little path off to the left. Try and cut out. You're not going to get the views, but we need to get to the campsite as quick as possible before it gets too dark. Not that I'm fussed, but I'm just feeling as if this ground is quite frozen. and I think it's going to be quite hard to get some tent pegs in tonight, but if we do, they're not going anywhere. I think I have to might use the Hilleberg ones, the V's, just because they're a bit pointier, there's less friction on them going in, and we could also potentially camp around here, but in summer and most of winter, none of this is all the way up there. None of that's campable. It's just bogs, and when you look on a map, there's no footpaths over there, and you always think why, and it's either to do with it's farming land, or it's just bog and horrible, and there's nothing to go up for or to go over there for. You got Bleaberry Fell, which you really get some good views. I mean, this is a big flat expanse. That usually means it catches the rain a lot. Maybe in summertime I'll go over there. I've camped on the opposite side, and when you look over at this point, it just looks so flat. As you can see, got the ice breaking there, so we're at freezing level now, and this is round about the same height as what we're going to camp out as well. Might have to find a rock or something to knock the stones in, the pegs in. Right, you can just see the moon. Don't know if you can see it on the camera, but you can just see the moon there. And what I'll do is, when we get up along this flat area, get a bit of a move on and try and get there a bit quicker, so at least I can film. It's not a problem pitching up in the dark with a head torch. Head torches are good these days, and I've got one of these ones that react to light, so you don't blind yourself. You know, you can put it on high, but then when you're looking at something, it dips down. I've yet to do a review on them. In fact, we've got a couple of reviews coming out soon. I know I spoke about last time about doing the reviews, but I'm a firm believer in I want to do a full season with the kit and be able to tell you what it's like in snow, wind, rain, darkness, light, whatever, cold and warm. Like this jacket I bought at the beginning of the year, and it was just coming into summer. I wanted to do a full review of it to tell you what it's like in these sort of conditions and also summer conditions. And there's nothing more than coming out every week and wearing the gear that you're going to be talking about, because I find that, you know, some people might have affiliates, they get the stuff for free, so they almost feel obliged to do it, but I've paid for all this with my own cash, so I can give a true review, and it will be. You know, this is an Arc'teryx Alpha jacket. It's the newish one, or newest one, which I think they used to call the Alpha AR, but now it's just the Alpha. And yeah, I'm wearing it, you know, I'm not putting it up on the wall. Got a bit of a crossing here. It's a bit of a trust crossing this. It's boggy, but not too bad. But as you can see, it's getting really dark now. I was hoping for a full moon tonight, but beggars can't be choosers. I can still see, and I think we're only about 15 minutes off the campsite. So I know it does get dark quickly this time of year. The sun's sitting low, never really gets too high on the horizon, so you don't really get sunset when there's clouds. But look at that all lit up there. Just a sort of white grey snow line. Now I'm hoping we have that kind of thing in the morning when it's a bit lighter and everything's white. but we'll see. It's almost like grey, like the moon. You know, it's quite spectacular this time of year when you've got snowy capped mountains. So we're gonna get a bit of a move on, and I'll bring you back when I've got to the site. Really struggling to see now. I was guessing where the holes are. Right, head torch. Let's get these pegs in. Right, just having a quick look, making sure everything's pulled tight, everything's looking good. Maybe pull these tight, a bit tighter, and then we'll go in. So, got the MSR wind burner going, the tea, got the Adventure Foods chili con carne, should be nice, and also a Nescafe, one of them 3-in-1 things. And that's it. Got my latte made, got my chili cooking, says 10 minutes. Hopefully it's going to be a bit sooner than that because it's so cold out here. And yeah, using this little thing that comes with the wind burner to steady my cup. Yeah, hopefully this will warm me up a bit. As you can see, the whole thing's steaming hot. Well, it's the next morning, and as you can tell by the way I'm dressed, it snowed last night. It's lovely and warm inside here, but it's cold out there, and I'm all packed and ready to go. So I'll open this up and show you what it's like. As you can see, the tent is held back the snow quite well. Here we go. Winter Wonderland. There's the tent. Wind's just picking up a little bit. Wind's changed all directions. So you can see it drifting up a bit there, how high it's drifted. And yeah, we've got a bit of snow. Tent's holding up well, despite the wind. Probably about 20, I think it's forecast 28 mile an hour winds. And it's pushing right on the backside of it now. Right, well there you go, there's Keswick. Doesn't look like the snow's as bad as it was forecasting, but I think we're in for some more anyway. But yeah, you could hear all this snow slipping down overnight, and this is why it's sort of drifted, well not drifted, but it's just slipped down the whole lot. But yeah, as you can see by the footprints, it's the first time I've come out since last night. Right, I'll get this tent packed away. Right, there we go, all packed and ready. Usual, leave no trace, but obviously we've left a trace because that's where I pitched last night. And it's just started snowing again. It's a winter wonderland, eh? Look at that, it's beautiful. Borrowdale Valley down there. Water. Just in the distance you got Bass Lake, Bass and Thwaite Lake. If anyone hears me saying Bass Lake, it's just short for Bass and Thwaite. Got a horrible grey cloud there, a few more coming in. So I think we should pick up and get off this fell before it gets too bad. Alright. Just about to say goodbye, like I was saying goodbye to someone. Right, let's get going. Well, you forget how hard it is walking in snow. Just walking in this stuff here. Yeah, it takes twice as long. It's like walking through mud or something, except it's slippy, so it's harder. I think probably because it's fresh snow, so it hasn't been trampled down at all. But I think last time I was along here was on the mountain bike. If anyone's seen my mountain biking video last week, that was first descent was Walla Crag. It was the I suppose I didn't explain it that well. It was a Borrowdale Bash descent. So the first one was Walla Crag down to Ashness Bridge. The second was down into Rosswaite, and the third was Castle Crag. Just hear a dog barking. I haven't seen anyone yet. There's no footprints at all on this footpath. I was fully expecting people to be out. I suppose it would be different once I get up to Walla Crag itself. You definitely see some footprints up there. There's bound to be people up there. Humans have this innate thing. Oh, it's snowing. Oh, it's dangerous. And oh, let's go out and camp, or let's go out and experience it. Hey, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Look at them trees. I always like snow on trees in woods and stuff. I think it looks very sort of Narnia-esque. Unfortunately, I suppose I could cut across. There is a footpath where you can walk up through the trees to the top of Walla Crag, so I'll cut across to that one. Right, I'll bring you back a bit later on. Just looking back now, you can't really see where I camped, but it was just, you've got that little level bit of Falcon Crag just before it drops off, and it's just a little bit higher than that. And what did I say? As soon as you get near the summit of Walla Crag, I can see a person. Looks like they're making a snowman. Anyway, I'll get up to the top there and have a look at the views off the top there. First one over the stile today. No footprints around on this side. I don't think anyone will be coming up from Catgill there. It's quite steep, and unless you've got microspikes or something, I think you'd be slipping back down. Oh, there we go, Winter Wonderland. The guy there making a snowman as well. Where am I going? It just looked like the footpath ended here, and I know it goes up here. There we go. So easy to get lost, isn't it? Look at that. Narnia. There we go. Although it isn't that deep in most places, it's that deep drifting. Look, that's that deep. So with this weather coming in, there's been a huge weather warning for the whole of the UK. I'm not sure whether they'll call it a storm yet, but if it is, I'll put a thing up there, what it's called. Yeah, so I'm going to go down the back way of Walla Crag. Just it's less steep and less slippy. Well, that was my first proper snow camp, I think. The first one I did was on top of Barrafell, and that was coming out of the season, so it was probably the last time I sort of experienced any proper winter conditions. This one, drifting across, is it called spin drift? When the snow just sort of picks up and drifts across. Just want to see if I can see the main road, the A66, and see if there's any traffic on it. Give me an idea of what the roads are like down there. And of course, because it's all white, can't see anything. There's one thing I forgot to say. Happy New Year, everyone. It's my first video of the new year. Hopefully we'll get a few more. And we're looking to try and hit 1,000 subscribers this year. The end part of last year got a bit slow due to me having an operation, and then weather just got in the way. But we're back on it, and we're going to be doing a few different things this year. I think I'm going to do a bit more cycling, getting some adventures in, and mixing things up a bit. Not just a wild camp. We'll get some sort of further afield adventures, staying in the Lake District, but try and mix it up a bit. I know I did a few cycling adventures last year, but this year I think we're going to definitely do a few more. And like I say, I want to try and get a bit further afield. Now I've got one season under my belt. It's spiced on a few more. Right, I'm going to concentrate on crossing this because it can be a bit wet. Right, let's have a look over this wall. Well, looking at Keswick, the roads that I can see, quite wet and slippy. I'm glad I parked down low. I think people are probably taking advice and not driving the cars around. Starting to get down to civilization now. I thought someone was shouting. It's a horse sneezing. Leaves of these evergreen winnie bushes, whatever they're called. Look at that, they've even got flowers this time of year. Doesn't matter where you are, there's always some beauty. Just some small yellow flowers or absolute full blooms. But even without anything like that, the snow on these trees, I just love it. Back on the road. This is a little road bit before going to a place called Springswood, and should be fairly easy going. Looks like maybe a tractor's been up here, no other cars. Certainly something with some good grips on it. Looks like a 4x4. I think it's probably the farmer's, probably a Land Rover. There were some in the news recently, a couple of days ago, Rhinos Pass. There was a picture of two Land Rovers, I'll chuck it in, that came off the road, and I think there was 6 cars altogether trying to get over there. Right, this is kind of the last viewpoint of where I'm at now, just coming down Springswood. So yeah, all was good, camping went well. Bring on the new year for many more. This has been Lost in the Lakes, and we'll see you in the next one.